Of Fleetwood Mac, Christine McVie, has died at the age of 79. In a statement, her family said she died in hospital following a short illness in the company of her family, and that she was a revered musician who was loved universally. Well, I'm joined now by music journalist John Robb. And John, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. First of all, let me ask you more about Christine McVie, because she had what many describe as an incredible career.
You know, it's an amazing career now, and it's interesting that over the years the attitudes of Fleetwood Mac have changed. I mean, in the 70s they were seen as the ultimate kind of old school band, but now they're like completely adored and incredibly influential in the modern music scene. And Christine McVie is very much part of that. I mean, a great songwriter, very melodic, and also part of that really weird composite of what Fleetwood Mac were. You know, this kind of strange, almost soap opera of sort of random couples that sort of fell in and fell out with each other. And a transatlantic band eventually as well. And a band that started off very much in sort of blues idiom, but by the time Christine was in the band, they sort of made this very much transatlantic pop, you know, that straddled both sides of the Atlantic and sold an incredible amount of records.
Absolutely, and she was obviously synonymous with some of the biggest Fleetwood Mac hits, including Everywhere and Little Lies, with just a voice that you can't help but recognise.
Yeah, she had a brilliant voice, just one of those completely sweet pop voices that cut through. I mean, Little Lies is one of those songs you always hear on the radio, and one of those songs that sort of, because the vocals actually really sort of catches the attention, and it's one of those kind of perfect melodies as well. And that was kind of her contribution to the band. And it's one of those bands where there's so many people contributing in it, and so many different angles in it. It must have been a very difficult band to be in, but she definitely carved out her own very sort of important space, I think.
And of course she left the band, didn't she, many years ago, but then joined back again in 2014, I believe.
Yeah, I think Fleetwood Mac is one of those bands that people always seem to be going in and out of, like a revolving door thing. And she was still working like up to quite recently as well. So it's an amazing career, isn't it? And all the different facets of it and all the different sort of combinations. She had that relationship with John McVie, who's like one of the main guys in Fleetwood Mac, the Mac part of Fleetwood Mac, and they weren't married. He was a bass guitar player. That relationship ended, but they managed to keep a friendship, a professional relationship with the powder keg of being in a high-pressure, high-profile band. I mean, that's quite incredible on its own.
And of course, after her career with Fleetwood Mac at that point ended, she then pursued a solo career and actually recorded a solo album called Christine Perfect, didn't she?
Yeah, her solo career was good as well. I think the Fleetwood Mac will be what the thing should be mainly remembered for, but the solo career was successful and very highly respected songwriter, of course, on the back of that, and also from the Fleetwood Mac days.
How difficult was it in those days as a woman to make a success of being part of a pop band like Fleetwood Mac?
I guess there would have been difficulties, but she was really respected by everybody on the scene. She's respected as a great piano player. She's she's a keyboardist fundamentally, but also everybody respected her because she had a real great feel for blues as well. So I think in the 70s there were a lot of old school attitudes, but at the same time, I think when somebody could really deliver their parts, the respect was there, for male or female.
Okay, John Robb, it's really good to talk to you. Thanks for taking the time out to